Chapter 1. Aunt Clara was not always the helpless witch. She had been very powerful in her youth, but age gets to everyone. Unfortunately, it happens for witches too. But witches get to give a gift to the person that they choose. Aunt Clara had saved so many doorknobs over her lifetime. She had them from castles way back in the Middle Ages. She had saved the hooks that had once adorned the most famous of houses. She loved nothing more than her family and doorknobs. But, she had gotten so weak as of late that it was now very difficult for her to do something as simple as to move an object without picking it up. She had gotten used to the fact that most of the things that she had tried to move would either keep going or break. But, now she couldn't even get them to budge. She had long given up with traveling alone. Gone were the days when she could come and go anywhere in the world at the movement of a finger or a twitch of the nose. The last time she had gone to her niece's home she had to go with Andorra. She had not been able to do anything to even assist with the transportation. It was humiliating and she knew that her time was near. Tabitha was without her favorite niece. She reminded her of herself when she had been younger. Tabitha was growing by leaps and bounds and would soon be heading on to high school. Although Tabitha was half human, she carried the same powers that other witches had. But she was kind and understanding and the pride of her Aunt Clara. Clara tried calling to her niece Sam but couldn't seem to get any answer. Finally, after hours of trying, Samantha came to her. Sam loved her aunt more than anything and was upset to find her in such poor condition. Clara was now just her aunt, her favorite aunt. She had no or little powers left and Sam just didn't know how much longer Clara would be around. Sam sat down on the couch next to her aunt and told her, "I heard you calling. What can I help you with?" Clara looked at her niece straight in the eye and told her as seriously as she could, "I know that my time is coming to an end. Oh, don't feel bad about it. I have had a great long life and have seen many things. But every day I get weaker and weaker. It took me 3 hours for you to hear me calling you, and you have me on your listening priorities. I can no longer even move something. But, I want to give my life force and experience to someone. That is why I have called to you." Sam knew what this meant. When a witch was coming towards the end of their life, they could imprint themselves upon another witch. The witch would gain the knowledge of the elder witch. They might get some of their powers, but in Clara's case that would not be much. It was the highest honor another witch could give to you. "Who would you like to give this to?" she asked. Clara cleared her throat and told her, "I would like to give my force to Tabitha," she told her. Sam thought for a moment that would be a great honor. "But you must ask her permission and Darren's first." "I know that, Samantha, but I wanted to get your permission first," Clara told her. "Well, when would you like to do this?" Sam asked her aunt. "As soon as possible, Sam. My time is limited, I am afraid," Clara told her. Sam looked at the old woman and knew that she was telling the truth. She put her hand on her shoulder and said, "I will speak to both Darren and Tabitha tonight and get right back to you." With this she gave her aunt a kiss and left for home. As the family sat down to dinner that evening, Samantha approached the subject. "I have something to tell you. The news makes me very sad and I am sure that everyone will be upset to hear this. I went over to Aunt Clara's house this afternoon. She called me over to tell me that her time is near. She does not think that she has very long to live. She can no longer move objects or herself anymore. She wants to transfer her being and powers to another witch." Darren had no idea what this was, and either did Adam or Tabitha. They had never heard of a transfer of power. Darren spoke up and said, "What does this mean exactly?" Sam cleared her throat and explained what would happen. When a witch can no longer live as a witch, they have the ability to transfer their memories from life to another witch. If the witch accepts this, she will retain all of the memories of the giver and perhaps some of her powers. The elder witch then lives for only a short time usually, but dies in peace knowing that what she has learned will live on, she told them. This was great thing that the witch has the power to do. Darren thought to himself. Aunt Clara was his favorite of all Sam's family. But, he asked who would she like to receive this. Sam smiled and said she wants to bestow the honor on Tabitha. Tabitha thought that this was wonderful. Will it hurt or anything, she asked. No, there is no pain, but you will gain the experience and knowledge of your Aunt Clara. She has had a long life of almost 300 years. You will have her memories along with your own. Sam told her. Darren was not sure of his feelings on the subject. But he had married Sam and had 2 children. He knew that there were things that witches and warlocks did that he would find strange. He looked over at Tabitha to hear what she had to say. Tabitha smiled at her mother and said it would be an honor.